Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 5 of game number 6 of Final Fantasy. It's always awkward to introduce them that way, but here we are with Edgar.
I feel you should not do that because I feel that there's like 2 episodes.
Yeah, I never know, because it's like episode, what would be, 17 overall, but
Plus, you're also in the middle of a quest, so there wasn't really a need for a cutoff.
yeah,
It's just divided into parts for ease.
I don't know what to do.
Currently, or with just the situation we've been talking about?
Just a specific situation.
I thought you meant like the game. Well, why'd you make this your final recording if you're not sure?
I think I might just drop this after this. You bring me over if you're. So you'll see Edgar has a auto crossbow,
Yeah.
and it's pretty powerful. Clean wipes out 3 people in 1 hit.
They're standing back to back.
What? No,
Like one shot killed 3 of them.
no, it's an auto crossbow, so it's like just
Oh.
like the Tommy guns of crossbows.
I'm starting thinking of. Have you seen the Avengers?
No.
No, it's not the Avengers. There's like the raccoon guy and like the
Guardians
tree.
of the Galaxy.
Yeah, and there's that one villain. I think he just whistles and his arrow starts hitting everyone.
I don't know.
It's like a machine gun crossbow. Or is it just a bolt that hits multiple enemies?
Well, you have to see. Oh wait, this is a different attack.
And it's a bazooka. I think. I don't know.
But so that cave we went through pretty quickly. There are different paths to go through, and there's like treasures there. But later in the game there'll be better treasures, so I didn't
So
bother.
that's Figaro. Is that how it's pronounced?
I've always assumed Figaro, like the opera.
I thought
Figaro.
it was like hard A. I don't know.
Figaro.
Figaro.
You know, more Italian than me.
Oh, I thought you said you're no more Italian than me. I'm like,
We've both got no say in this.
you remind me of that little pig from Dragon Ball.
The other day, actually, I've never known this, but you know what a portmanteau is?
No.
Oh, it's like kind of when 2 words are merged together to make something else. I can't think of an example right now.
Portmanteau?
Yeah, it's like 1 word. It's a French word. So it's
Like they combine it
portmanteau.
with a hyphen?
Not really. Like you know, when a tiger and a lion have like an
Oh,
offspring, it's a
switching,
liger.
yeah.
So that'd be a portmanteau. And so I was reading about those other Mughals in the cave, and they just for some reason had some trivia facts saying that
Night code.
in Japanese. Oh, you wanna?
I'll hear your story.
All right. So they're called like muguri in Japanese, which is apparently like a mole and bat like merged together as 1 word. And you can kind of see that's in their design that they're just a mole bat hybrid.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a Mughal.
A Moogle?
Those white guys with purple wings.
Just because, well, in university, Moogle is like a website where all. Are you just embedded?
Just chatting about the Figaro Empire.
Oh, anyway, Moogle's just a website professors sign up for. Like all the students are automatically put in, and that's where professors would upload all their assignments, and you need submit them to, and it has like syllabus and stuff.
You've already shared this with everyone.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
In like one of these episodes.
I watched now. I feel I would have remembered it. I got a little.
I feel like it was Final Fantasy VI as well.
I got one for Final Fantasy 9. Little story to add on to something I said previously. But you got something called the Knight's Code?
Yeah.
What is that?
So
Or now, are those codes or are they more like guidelines?
no, if you're because like you might see I'm running really fast, so you can equip like different relics,
Yeah.
and Knight's Code is one of them. And so if one of your allies is weak, I think it's below 1/8 HP, the guy with the Knight's Code will jump in front of that person and take the damage. Like, you know, an honorable
Back
knight.
off, Lucky.
Lock.
I'm pretty upset it's not Lucky. Because there's just a famous Survivor player. Not famous, but he's well known in Australia, named Lucky. That would have helped me remember.
Well, maybe it's Locky. I don't know, because I mean it's just written down, so I've always just read it as Lock.
Yeah. Who's this random person just being put in our party?
That's Shadow. He's an assassin. He'd kill his own best friend for the right price. In the original translation, he says he'd slit his mama's throat for a nickel. I'm like, I always like that.
I feel he wouldn't slit his mother's throat for a nickel though.
Yeah.
Like, he's probably, if he really values his trade, he'd probably.
Yeah, demand a higher price.
Yeah, exactly.
And there, you might have said or seen, he says the dog eats strangers. And
Well, my name's Lucky, so we're not strangers anymore.
But I read that was a mistranslation as well. But I see they chose to keep it. It was supposed to just say like the dog bites strangers kind of thing. So like be careful. But because of the mistranslation, the guy just thought they were saying he eats people, and they just decided to keep that. Like, yeah, that sounds more intimidating.
So I want to look up the actual pronunciation of that name really quick.
L-O-C-K-E. Cole is his last name. C-O-L-E. Meanwhile,
I think it is Locky.
well,
Like, just by the read, like, it's hard for me to kind of translate pronunciation of the word, but I'll just do the audio right now. Oh.
okay.
I was hoping to hear lock E.
I
It's
like
like
that too.
Lock.
There's definitely no debating whether there's a second syllable.
Oh wait.
Lock.
Okay. This is clearly wrong.
So we've been just talking to some people. This guy was right.
Yeah, why would you think that's a translatable skill? I have a lot of money, but it doesn't mean I'm brave. Okay.
So I know you don't like hidden treasures. This one's pretty bullshit. So there's, that secret path back there, and then I'll show you later because I realize now I'm turning to the right. But there's another secret path there's like no indication of to get two pretty good items.
Yeah.
It's just a save point.
Yeah, it looks like it's just a jail cell. I don't know.
Yeah. And there's some money down here. Like, to be fair, that there's a woman in that other room that
Like, you're a
says,
thief. Like, what are you? What's wrong with you?
we're the king. He's pilfering.
The Magna Carta says you have all the same rights as everyone else.
So
You are
yeah,
not
you
above
gotta
the
go
law.
down.
Yeah, that is stupid.
And there's no reason to ever go here. But Hyper Wrist is, like, greatly increase your just raw attack power
Hermes sandals makes you go fast.
in battle. So, like, it'll quicken up your attack rounds.
When they have unique names like that, let me just try to guess what they do.
Okay. In the original game, there's, like, I'm wearing the running shoes. And then what the Hermes sandals were called were the sprinting shoes. And I'm like, I always hated how it's like one does completely different thing.
Do you know who Hermes is in Greek mythology?
I feel like a messenger.
Yeah, he's the messenger god. He's the guy who has like the zigzag on his shoe. Sometimes depicted like that in like pictures.
Yeah.
Like it looks like a little wing coming off his shoe. That's Hermes.
Hermes, as they might say in Espanol.
He's also a little blue guy, I think, in Hercules. I don't know if he's actually blue, actually, but
It's a weapon and armor shop. You might see on the left there, they're like dancing. That means they can be equipped. And then
They're
lock was
just
not
excited.
dancing because it's not equipped. And then the red down arrow means it's weaker than what you already have. Upward arrow means it's an upgrade over what you have.
one thing I do like in games is when they have a comparison option for
Yeah,
items.
because like a lot of items, like it says it's better. That's strictly in defensive rating, but some might have other bonuses like speed and stuff, and that's not accounted for.
Yeah.
So it's a little frustrating.
You think the designers are like, this is a 60 overall, I don't know, shield, but it also grants a +2 to something, so let's increase the overall to like 65.
Yeah,
Or do
like
you think the ratings are strictly based off one thing?
I think in a lot of games, it's usually just strictly based off one thing, which would be defense or attack power, depending on whether it's a sword or a shield. But what I always use in RPGs, because like they just are loaded with things I don't understand. I'm like, whatever sells for the highest is the best one. And
Yeah.
I'll keep that.
Yeah, it does help when they have a nice value.
Yeah, like it'll say like 2% chance to stun or 5% chance to like shield, but the 2% stun is like more valuable. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'm stunning people.
Stuff like that I'd never have any use for, because I'm like, 2% just seems like nothing. That means like 1
Yeah.
out of 50 times it'll work.
Here's just an item shop. I was debating if I needed anything, and I did
It
not.
doesn't even look at you when you're purchasing things.
Yeah, I know that's something new in this game. Normally they just be like, "Hey, is there anything I can help you with?" And then it goes to the menu. But this just got right to the menu, which is like fair because those guys are never gonna say anything interesting. But I'm like, it's a little impersonal.
Yeah. In the first Pokemon game, if you approached a trainer from the side and prompted a battle, they wouldn't turn to face you.
Yeah.
It always, even though they got the little exclamation mark over their head. But like, I think it's Pokemon even Yellow, but it might have been like Silver and Gold when they finally like actually looked at you when you initiated the battle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is an amazing feature.
I think Yellow has it because that's the one I always play, and I don't remember feeling slighted that they wouldn't even look me in the eye.
I did not like Yellow just because I feel you really had to take Pikachu and Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, and you didn't really have freedom.
Yeah. Well, I mean they're trying to make it as close to the show as possible, so they want you to be.
Let's make it close. Let's just put Misty and Brock and this guy who owns Charmander at the top of the screen, and that's it, guys. We did it.
You know. So originally I gave him Hermes Sandals and Hyper Wrist, which would increase his strength and attack power, because Edgar is just the best in the game for quite a while. Like that auto crossbow murders people for way too. Like it's so overpowered. And then he becomes kind of useless by the end of the game because that's still his best weapon.
The one-trick pony, huh?
Yeah. But I'll go back later. I don't know if I do it in the same menu here because I'm like, well then Locke has no value at all.
Music so powerful.
Yeah, so inspirational.
Just imagining the it continues to just get louder. It's a big crescendo every bar.
I was just thinking because like Edgar is the king, like he's hired a personal band to play with him.
Right. It reminds me of the Holy Grail, or just that guy following him with like banging
Yeah, the
coconuts
coconuts.
together. It's not a horse. You just got 2 halves of coconuts and you're banging them together. No, it's not. Are there any horses in this game you can ride?
There are chocobo.
Oh yeah, those
Chicken ostrich thing.
Is this part of the quest, or you just walk? This is a random town.
It's completely optional, but it is like you know how he had a twin brother, right? I accidentally walked into a bed. That was
That happens to the best of us.
Yeah. But do you remember he had a twin brother or whatever?
No, I don't.
Oh, like there was a cutscene and his name was Sabin or Sabin. Little muscle guy with a ponytail, blonde like him.
Is he dead? 'Cause he keeps saying it was.
Who can say?
You could probably lock Ken.
But yeah, Edgar's just
He's not dead.
suspicious. I think this guy's funny how he just at the end, but sure do. Left a couple of days ago.
Your brother's name is Duncan, or
No, our brother's name is. But yeah, it just makes me laugh. He's like, "Well, see ya. Where are you going?"
yeah? And why were you here? It's kind of suspicious that he knows we were here and then left.
Yeah.
I'll come back later when these guys aren't here.
So right now, I want to fight a certain monster, so you see me just kind of wasting time. Not this guy, though.
Big boy.
He is
Luckily,
big.
we have your crossbow.
He's, he'll cast a, like, powerful spell if you use magic, so that's why I have Tarot just doing nothing instead.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a spellcaster. He just looks like a brute that'll run in a straight line at you and do
Yeah.
massive damage if he's lucky enough to hit you.
But yeah, what I actually want is, like, these little squirrel things. But I think I eventually give up on walking here, and I go down to the forest because they're a little more likely to encounter.
Gave it a whole 2 attempts after.
Well, I was like, I don't want to just keep hitting those guys, because I get it the first try here.
You got it here?
Yeah. So these little guys poking out of the hole, mouse, squirrel things.
They don't really look ready to attack if that's their fighting stance.
Yeah.
Why do you want to show them off? They don't look.
Yeah, they're not special in their attack powers, but there's something way later in the game where I'll need to have fought. I forget what they're called, because they're called Rodox in the original game, but there's some, the Moo, I think. And it's important that I fought a Moo for some other thing you'll see way later.
A moo?
Yeah, which is a little squirrel guy.
That's gonna be like a cow hybrid.
No. Anyways, we're about to enter Mount Colts next time. Thought I'd cut it off here. Just got
Then we can cut off.
new music.
Maybe I'll get into my other phone.